Hi everybody, it is once again time for another video. And quite honestly, I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit excited. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to Troy, Ohio. The Spirit of the Blade or Spirit of Steel, or I don't know, but it's spiritual. Joel Worley's show at Troy, Ohio, where the Mid-America Hammer Inn is. Anyway, I'm headed over there tomorrow to deliver this knife to Danbo. It's going to Danbo. Anyway, this is the first knife event. This is now March of 2021, and it is the first knife event I will have attended since the speaking of the Mid-America Hammer Inn, whenever that was it's like August or September of 2019. I did not go to one thing last year, an event, a Hammer Inn. There were no knife shows, nothing. So anyway, I'm happy to be going and taking this to just a fine figure of a man. There's a gentleman, Danbo. Anyway, sheath for this thing. I'll slide her on in. Let me take a look at this. This is not laddered. This is well, not in the traditional sense. I mean, I didn't groove or cut or press in, ladder dies on this. This is from the upset that you see here is from the upset from the drawing dies. I do this in about the next to the last reduction. Do a real good bite on the layering. Yeah, I was going to show sheath, and he said he might be carrying it, so just a straightforward 9-ounce leather sheath, belt loop. Now, that said, here's our knife. 8 and 7/8, just a little bit under 9 inches, and you'll see right away it's all black, right? We hot blued this as well as the guard. But what really makes it dance is I gave it a super deep etch, and then did a lot of sanding up to finishing with 9 micron and 3 micron polishing paper. So I really brought a high gloss to the tall standing 15N20, leaving the low parts dull and flat, right? And then hot blued it. And you can see it really makes this thing walk and talk. There's just the chatoyance is off the chart when I do that. Then just leave the whole thing black. Sometimes you can come back and sand the bluing off of the 15N20 for your contrast high and low, but this is I don't know how many times I've done this now. Half a dozen, 6, 7, 8 times, and every time the chatoyance is just spectacular. So anyway, and this is as nice as it looks. I mean, this is really nice. This is almost economy desert ironwood. This is $10 desert ironwood, but it just always has a real high quality to it. I like what we did here was the black striations in the desert ironwood. Then I did a real fine grain sandblast on the guard, and then hot blued it. And then in our butthole we have a piece of black carbon fiber finial cover with a what do they call that? A black oxide 256 screw holding the finial cover in place. So here's our knife, and you're welcome to a little lint on there. Inspect things. I don't know how well our lighting can show our fit and finish here. We should be able to get pretty well dialed in on what's straight and what's not. Now sometimes I've noticed, even though this thing's just straight as can be, there is like fisheye sometimes in the camera, and if I'm not holding the knife itself in the right place, it'll like fisheye the knife and it doesn't look straight. But I guarantee you, this thing's straight as it can get. Anyway, here's our knife. I'll do a quick takedown. It takes a T8 Torx bit, which this is always provided to the customer. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to use this. We will take this is our 256 screw. Here's our 256 screw, and I'm going to leave it down in that finial cover, and I kind of got to wobble it around as I pull the screw out. Now you can see maybe that I've pulled the finial cover out just a little bit, because I mean it's a tight fit. Get it with our fingertips, and here's our finial cover. And then down inside, our official finial that I make on the lathe, turn on the lathe, shoulder in it, and so forth. And there's a steel ring down in there in the bottom that the shoulder on the finial catches. Here's our knife itself with alignment and our hot blued, and I call this I forget the finish I call it on this. I swear to God, I forget what I call this. Frosted. That's it. It's a frosted finish. I just use ultra super fine. I use the coleslaw. I do a lot of parkerizing that you have to use blast media to parkerize the blade first, and when that wears out and goes real fine, I put it into a separate sandblast cabinet, and it just makes a really super neat matte finish on hardware. So anyway, here's our knife, threaded tang, our desert ironwood handle, a pin. Of course, our pins come out there, free floating. So anyway, we'll put her back together quite quick. And I have used this same assembly. If there's no slop in it, and there's zero slop in this thing, I mill my chase in the handle to fit the tang, and of course mill the guard slot and so forth. It's a zero tolerance fit. When you have no slop, it is amazingly strong. And I've used this assembly on both my Journeyman Smith and Master Smith Performance knives. I trust them 100%. Once you tighten this finial up, this is now a solid assembly from tip to butthole. Okay, I just got to get a finial headed the right direction, because there's of course the butt of the knife is rounded, so that finial is rounded itself, so it needs to be located in the right place. So all that said, not a complex deal, and this finial cover screw is countersunk and recessed down into that black carbon fiber. So there she is. When I do this on a knife, the hardware and the blade and everything's hot blued. I call that a blackout. That's a blackout process. So there she is, headed to Ohio in the morning. I hope you guys are all safe and looking forward to 2021. The way I see it now, we only have 46 more months till Biden's gone. All right, adios.